coffee, then they come to folks. Doggy look a bone. Doggy, doggy look a bone, look a bone. Doggy look a bone. Doggy, doggy look a bone, look a bone. After election, all the bone gone. So come and touch it. Don't look so shocked. Don't just watch it. Doggy suck. All through the years, we shared in tears. They too busy. They can't see me. Time to depend on we vote. So then.
Good afternoon, Trinidad. Good afternoon, beautiful Twin Island of Tobago. Good afternoon to everybody that is locking us down on YouTube, on Facebook, on everything this afternoon. Good afternoon to one and all. Heavy, what's going on?
Okay, good afternoon to you, TC. Good afternoon to those of you locked on the World Wide Web, those of you locked on Instagram and Facebook, those of you on work, if you're heading home from work in your vehicles, in the highways and byways, in the maxis, taxis, buses, and PH cars. Welcome to the Future of Talk, the #1 afternoon talk show, right, in Trinidad and Tobago. So, people, I just want you guys to know that the 5 o'clock hour will be on from now on. A lot of you message me, you call me, you want to know if there's any show today. You are being worried. No, it have more music and less talk. So we're starting the show from the 5 o'clock. We're starting the talk aspect of the show from the 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
You want to thank Big Mike for holding it down for us?
Yep.
Right? But we started the talk aspect of the show from the 5 o'clock hour. Right?
And I think this afternoon, I want a little listen this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm going up and see, and today, Heavy, I want you and all to listen.
Right.
I want you and all to listen today. All right? I just want to give them a little chance to come up on the live. All right? Because, trust me, what I'm going to say today, I never thought I would have said in life. In my entire life. I thought I would have died without saying what I'm about to say today. Today is a program that you don't want to miss. And I would start by saying to you, Heavy, you are a very, very important guy to Trinidad and Tobago. You foresee a lot of things. You come here, and I think that's why people hate you so much. You prophesy a lot of things, Heavy. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that is why people hate you. And hear what I'm telling you,
Yeah.
people hate you. Because you prophesy a lot of things that is, you're like a Bob Marley at this thing. People go customer today, you know. They're going to say, how I could say Heavy is like a Bob Marley of politics. You're like the Bob Marley of politics, not the Michael Jackson. Because why I say Bob Marley is because the things that Bob Marley sang made a lot of sense up to today.
It was a kind of revolution.
It was a kind of, yes.
Music and thing.
He break boundaries that that Rastafari never even thought about treading or black people. Right? And he said things that you could see happening up to today. Heavy, you, for all who want to talk up in the out there, hate me. I want to give you flowers here today. You're the Bob Marley of politics. I've seen great ones. I've seen bacchanalists in this. I used to sit down and religiously listen to Gladiator. Religiously. Gladiator could have gone where? I find him. I hear he's on a radio station. I finding it, and I was very young at that time. Right? And talk wasn't my thing. But Gladiator was a very influential person, right? I would say one of the most influential person in talk radio.
Influential talk radio person.
Talk radio person.
Trinidad, yeah.
And today, right, I want to call you Young Gladdy. I putting all that load on your shoulder is the Bob Marley of this. I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago today, right? I have never backed a political party. I have only voted blindly for the PNM. Yeah. And I said, for the next general election, I will not vote for the PNM. But I will go a step further today, and I don't care who like me, who don't like me, who vex, who want to say I get buyout. I don't care because I know the truth. I will go a step further to tell you all today that I am now throwing my full support behind the people, behind the UNC. I am showing my full support behind Kamla Prasad Bisesa and the UNC. You see how OBIs and nearly say the people, national movement, they are telling you. I tell you, first our custom voting for these people. But I'm telling you, first our custom voting and voting blind for these people. Is your OBI? They say when they reach in the voting booth, that's what that's going with you. Heavy, I will no longer even entertain a PNM conversation. I'm showing my full support, and I will tell you why. Yeah. I'm not just coming here because anytime I come here and I say something, right, I real. One thing about this man here, yeah. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody are paying me. Yeah. The UNC ain't give me no money. Right? All they could say all they want. Yeah. Right? I sure nobody in the UNC can point no finger at me and say they're giving me or they're paying me. Right? What I saying here, I saying because I seeing the catastrophe ahead of me. Right? And I whole day I have a headache. Whole day I have a headache. Right? And reality is that in the near future, hundreds of people is going to be on the breadline. Thousands. Thousands of people are going to be on the breadline. Is going to be on the breadline. Yeah. From the public sector, and the private sector. Right? Even where I work. Even where I work, I do my little day hustle, and I started that through the COVID. Right? COVID sent me to do that job what I do in the day. And it's not a well-paying job. It's very small. It's very small. Right? And the thought it was secure. And I have documents where my job is secure. Yeah. But now, right, it is, and I can't say everything on air because I don't want to bring my workplace into disrepute in any way, right? But we are now faced with soon come retrenchment, right? And that is a reality. That there is a reality. That I not know, it might or it might not. Right? The unemployment rate in this country is already at an all-time low. Sorry, at an all-time high. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And now, it's going to get way worse. If you hear the kind of money this government is owing institutions and people that they do business with and all these kind of things, all they will hold all their head and run out of this country. Yeah. I'm telling you. Who could afford to run? Who could afford to run will really pick up the Georgie bundle, leave everything, and go. I am so frightened now for Trinidad and Tobago that Venezuela looking good. Yeah. Venezuela looking real good. What you see?
Jamaica gone.
Jamaica
Fast we gone.
pass away and gone. And all they want to play politics. All they want to play dance politics. I talking to, you see, all them youth who does listen to our program and who does meet me and say, boy, TC, you're doing a real good job. I begging all you today, boy, to vote for that PNM, boy. Change all your vote, boy. Because there's no way the PNM could tell me that all the destruction happening now is because of Kamala and the UNC, boy. And when it change into the UNC, they will start to blame the UNC and say, look what I tell you, they don't get them it. They will never say it's because of 10 years of the PNM that had the UNC doing the kind of stupidness or the kind of have to do the kind of drastic measures. They will never own up and say it's because of Rowley and Imbert. That is why. Right? And he fix the business and going.
Yeah, he fix the business and he going.
Because he's seeing.
No, he's seeing, he don't know.
He know. He know for sure. Right?
What we do.
When he watch it off the coastline, he's seeing it coming. The tsunami coming.
Yeah. And the tsunami that they created.
And the tsunami that they went out there and create.
Yeah.
I begging all your youths out there, but begging all you. All of a sudden now, right? Is send your name 10 days.
Yeah, send your name. Send your name.
Eh? We don't have no money already. Yeah. Send your name 10 days.
Yeah, send your name.
Eh? Where the money coming from to do that? All of a sudden now you want to see people walking easy.
Easy, yeah.
More gang coming out just so. So they're going to dry out the rest of the money to try to woo the people? Eh? And all they really going and take that? So 9 years and 6 months of separation, right?
Yeah. And
just so to give them one day of glory for them to make it back through the door, Jen? Eh? For them to go back through that door? To put more stringent measure because it's coming, you know. I will beg all you to vote for Kamala today, and I never do this. You know why? Because I never believe in party politics. I'll beg all you to vote for Kamala today because I hope that she have somebody sitting next to her with some kind of rabbit to pull out of her hat to bring back this country. I'm begging all you today. I ain't asking and I'm begging and knees begging to vote for the yellow party because hear what? I'm hoping that somebody sit down there that have some great idea. Something that could just say, okay, look, the rabbit hairs coming out the hat because the only rabbit we had was a promise that every 2 years they give us our next promise. Since this government in power, every year they're telling me, look, 2 years down the road, tighten your belt, it's coming. Yeah. It's coming, tighten your belt, it's coming. Yeah. Hard times are ahead. But look at 2 years down the road, it's coming. Yeah. Every time.
Give them 5 more years, you go fix everything. In 2020 election, they say give them 5 more years, you go fix everything.
You go fix it.
I know you say
at the end of 5 years, give them 2 years.
Yeah.
With an unborn promise. That Caribbean leaders flying to go and see the new president of America, of the United States, and you're not even invited. When we were the Mecca of the Caribbean. When anything happened in the Caribbean, they want to speak to our leaders first.
Exactly.
When anything happening out there, Trinidad Prime Minister used to be first.
My mic off?
No, it's on. Right. It's on. Maybe it's low, but it's on.
Yeah.
You understand? And now, they don't even want to hear from us.
Nope.
Jamaica never had a drip of gas or oil.
Oil, yeah.
But them selling us.
Them selling us gas.
Them selling us.
Yeah.
And this is good governance?
Yeah. We buying gas from Jamaica that never had no oil or no gas. Never. We buying.
Never.
Jesus. Eh?
Them buying, refining, and selling.
Yeah. Them
buying, refining, and selling. We had a refinery where even though we didn't have, we could have buy, refine, and sell anybody.
Yeah. I know what they say. We had to close it down because the oil low.
Yeah.
We oil low, but we can still use refine. We can buy and sell like
and sell like anybody else.
Correct.
Eh? And Jamaica is boasting first time ever.
Boasting.
They buff the chest.
Boasting.
1 million barrels of oil.
Here they say the power dynamics of CARICOM has changed.
Eh?
You hear what I said? The power dynamics of CARICOM has changed.
All they clapping this bald-head man. Eh? This bald-head wicked man. All they clapping he. I clapping he because I saying, boy, thank God he leaving we, boy. Thank God it's time to go and spend time with his family, boy. Because he mash we up. You know what mothers going and go on the breadline? But because eating a hungry food, all they coming all on radio and chastise people and all kind of thing. All they gonna like me, you know.
They're dragging people.
All they come in here, a woman in Grandy asking a question.
Yeah.
Eh? A woman in Grandy, you know, asking a question, right?
They
about some road and thing that they ain't get fixed.
And for the youths.
Eh?
Things for the youth.
Things for the youth.
And they walk off and she.
All they done showing all their stink ways already. All they walk off and she, and then all they send all their big, boy, the things I want to say, boy. The things I want to say, boy.
Don't say it.
All their big pig, assassination pig to assassinate people. Correct? To assassinate the character.
The character. Wow.
Eh? To assassinate the character. That's what they're doing. When all they know, all they inside it, all they show this, all they show, all they run the country down to nothing, boy.
2.6.
There's not much more this I could take, you know. I'm telling you, in heavy. I reach a point that I feel that someday you alone gonna be here, you know. I gone in a kind of depression mode and heavy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you, you know.
Yeah.
I talking from my heart in Trinidad. Because you see, a lot of us was like me, boy. And I was frightened, but a lot of us was just voting because...
Voting because, yeah.
As we name that say a good song and the truck and music and and we just follow with the magnitude, boy. A good team song and a truck pass and you get a jersey. We just follow with the magnitude, boy. There's a man sit down in a room and build that for we to run and vote, so, boy.
Yep.
A man sit down in a room and come up with a plan.
Yeah.
After government and do nothing.
Yeah.
A man just devise a plan and they give you money and tell, and he say, here he's the campaign manager, so here we say, do it so and all go win.
Yeah.
And he sit down with a plan and he fool all you.
Correct.
Understand my telling all you know? He get paid to fool all you. When the people who get paid to really fool all you sit down, taking from you, robbing you, thieving from you, doing what they want, and just give a man a money and give it and tell him come up with a plan like we thief from them and rob them and do them this again. And again and again and again.
And they keep falling for the same thing.
We keep falling for that. We keep falling for that.
Yep.
This man, very good. He's sitting down in a room and he say, you know what? Let this one sing a song. Yeah. And here what? We're going to print the t-shirts like this.
And this is the slogan we're going to use. This is the slogan
we're going to use to teach them.
If all the village just come up with, let's do this. If it is just so.
Or we love you.
We love you so we don't care about you.
We take care you only the PNM have a plan. And the beating that morning, noon, and night when you're sure they don't care about you.
We pay somebody to write a song around that. We pay somebody to sing that song.
Yes.
We produce it. And we put it out there.
Every media house.
Yeah.
We pay to beat it. Beat it. Right? Keep it in the face. Put it all on Facebook. Use your credit card. Put it on Facebook.
Yep.
Put it on all the social media platforms.
Yep.
Because we have to fool them. We have to get back there for 5 years.
Yep.
And we're going and rob them and we're going and give them nothing and we're going and do nothing. All we doing is taking. It have enough youths out there. It have enough for them to take and for us to live comfortable. I'm going to tell all that again. If they did like us a little bit, it have enough for them to take and it have enough to give us to live comfortable. But they're so greedy.
They could have take and still make we live comfortable.
And make we happy.
But they're so greedy.
They don't even want you to live comfortable. No. They're taking it right out your mouth.
Yeah.
And I am so busy that you can't even see it. In 10 years, I had to be working 3 jobs.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was not doing this.
No.
I can't sit down. Because if I sit down and I miss one day, that one day is going to cost me.
Yeah, cost you.
10 years ago, it wasn't so.
No.
Nobody could tell me on the camera, Professor, you was working 3 jobs.
No.
You lie.
You lie. Anytime you say that, you lie.
But we used to watch that in America and say, how they working 3 jobs.
Yeah.
How you doing that?
We used to visit with family over there and say, well, every day only working.
Day.
So, or even I work and go on the next work.
Yeah. You just go in bed and go again.
Yeah.
We used to watch that and say, Trinis will never do that. We have it too nice.
Yeah.
Look, we're doing that now, boy.
We do that now.
Even though you're there working, looking for a taxi or something.
Even when you're done working, go and work your car taxi, you don't teach the right chair.
Anything, boy.
You're trying to sell something home, a little hot dog, a little bacon shack, some corn soup, something to make an extra $1. You're doing anything right now.
Anything
right now.
you're doing to make sure that you make ends meet. 10 years ago, 11 years ago, it was never like
so.
It was, and nobody can tell me COVID or the whole economy change.
Yeah.
Because 11 years ago in America, people was working 3 work.
Yeah.
Our family used to say, we working 3 work. What? Doing what? And that's 10 years ago.
More than 10 years ago.
More than 10 years ago. And we wasn't doing that in the Caribbean. We wasn't doing that in Trinidad. Right? But we have to do it now under this bald, wicked man. Because all you don't vote for all your constituents.
No.
All you just vote for PNM.
For PNM, yeah. Or you don't even know who's all the MP. Or you don't even know who's all the councillor. Or you just go and just vote blindly for PNM.
Blind. I'm begging all you today. I'm telling you, I'm begging all you today. Go yellow. I'll preach that every day that I'm opening this mic here. Right? Go yellow. Because this country in a bad state.
It's real bad. It's real bad.
Real bad.
Real bad. I don't even know how bad it is. Here the problem, TC. Let me come in here. Or they don't even know how bad it is. To show how bad it is, I'm not even sure the UNC and all know how bad it is. Right? Because for some reason, this government is hiding all the dirty, stinking linen in the closet in a room. It can't be a closet. It has to be like an auditorium with a lockup. Because there's plenty dirty things.
Them barong the Queen's Park.
Yeah, the barong the Queen's Park Savannah, and it's full of dirty, stinking things inside that nobody can see. Right? But I want all of to know. Right? When all vote out this PNM government and voting the United National Congress, it's only then and then we could know where we really sitting economically. Then we only seeing signs, no forex, owing a lot of, they own a lot of people, a lot of manufacturers, they own all these people and their money. We don't know. You understand where I'm coming from? We just suspecting that it's not good. But I tell you earlier, brace yourself, Trinidad and Tobago, it's going to get a lot worse before it get better. Because this is 1986 playing all over again. This is 1986 playing all over again. Because the NAR under Robinson and Pandey didn't know how the state of the economy and the country until they went in there. And then they realized it had nothing. And not only that it didn't have nothing, We was owing,
This is worse than 1986.
and this is worse than 1986.
This is way worse.
Way worse.
Let me tell you why it's way worse. I'm going to show you some of the things make it way worse. In 1986, we still had hope for oil at some point.
You're right.
Right? It's just that the amount that we were manufacturing was way
Real low.
low. In 1986, we also didn't have the population that we have now.
No. Mm-hmm.
In 1986, we didn't have the kind of crime that we have now.
No. Yeah.
In 1986, right? We did not, we were not, the amount of people that is employed now, the numbers is way higher.
Higher, correct.
So then, the fall from those numbers is going to be greater. So that means more people is going to be on the breadline. And when more people is on, more hungry mouth out there, it's going to be a more catastrophe. You understand?
Correct.
We have no way of foreign income at all.
No way of foreign direct investment
No
at all.
way of foreign direct investment. We are now not even a favorite in the Caribbean.
Again.
At that time, we were still a favorite,
yeah.
and our bills was not so high.
Yeah.
The bills that we have now, not even our children
Yeah.
from the owings of this government
Yeah.
that they borrowed from China, America, Europe, Venezuela, the kind of billions they borrowed, not even our children could
Pay back.
pay it back. From 1986 to now, Heavy, this country has grown, right?
But this when Kamala leave here, she leave money in the bank, she leave the
Right.
Heritage and Civilization Fund, top up everything.
Right. From the time of Dr. Rowley to now, we went downhill fast.
Fast.
You understand?
Fast.
We have the Royal Castle Road March Jam coming up. Let's do that, and when we come back, we're going to take your phone calls, all right? Stick and
This
stay.
road march is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
All in tongue is traffic jam.
Girl, brace and push back, push back. Girl, you are the greatest. You'll always be my favorite. No matter what we facing, don't worry at all. We going places on all the biggest stages. We on the road to greatness, girl. In 1, 2, 3, hey. I down in the traffic jam, meet me down in the traffic jam. Right down in the traffic jam. We causing a scene, darling. In town is traffic jam. All around is a traffic jam. Right down in the traffic jam. Girl, bright and early. Monday morning. I like that. Tuesday evening. I like that. Bumper to fender. Traffic jam. Bumper to fender. Traffic jam. Monday morning. I like that. Tuesday evening. I like that. Bumper to fender. Traffic jam. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Like we ain't leaving this place. We ain't going nowhere. We not leaving this place. Hey, anybody vex, tell them fly over. We jamming all on the shoulder. Girl, listen them moving closer. Send your bumper right over. Then drop it lower. Then walk it slower. Watch me in your rearview mirror. Girl, you are the greatest. You'll always be my favorite. No matter what we facing, don't worry at all. We going places on all the biggest stages. We on the road to greatness, girl. In 1, 2, 3, hey. I down in the traffic jam. Meet me down in the traffic jam. Right down in the traffic jam. We causing a scene, darling. In town is traffic jam. All around is a traffic jam. Right down in the traffic jam. Girl, bright and early. Monday morning. I like that. Tuesday evening. I like that. Bumper to fender. Traffic jam. Bumper to fender. Traffic jam. Monday morning. I like that. Tuesday evening. I like that. Bumper to fender. Traffic jam. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Like we ain't leaving this place. We ain't going nowhere. We not leaving this place. Hey. Traffic jam. Traffic jam. Traffic jam.
We causing a scene, darling.
Traffic jam. Traffic jam. Traffic jam.
We causing a scene, darling.
That road march was brought to you by Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
That was your Royal Castle Road March Jam, all courtesy of our friends at Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
I shame for them.
Sorry, our culture, our taste. I am now going to be taking your phone calls, all right? So let's head to the phone lines and see who is out there. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, TC. I already called to, I had called to talk about something in pertaining to the thing, but you have broadened the conversation so much. I think I'm going to leave that for the public in the next half an hour or so. My thing is that I think you should give me some of that credit too, because I and Heavy, we know each other years. I think Heavy, if I'm mistaken, I think you went success. So I know you for years since you're selling cassette on you. Mm-hmm. And I and Heavy had this conversation. So it's not surprise to me that things has developed the way it has developed. I think one of our problem had started was voting the PNM in 2000, 2001, 2002, under the stewardship of Mr. Manning. I myself had voted for the PNM back then. But Mr. Manning said, and I'm going far back to show you why we are where we are today. Mr. Manning said that the days for cheap food are over. And TC, this is of my firm belief. When that man said that on that podium, I could have cut off my finger. I said, Lord, have mercy. What have we done? And from there on, our problem had started. But I think that everything has accelerated when we voted in 2015. And I am always surprised when I get a final TC that we buying gas from Jamaica. I mean, to be doing that, we are really, really in a bad state.
Correct.
We are really, really in a bad state. TC and Heavy, there is a cafe in Cureb that I would have known over 20-something years. These people would be running their business over 20-something years, roughly 25 years might be. And these people, this week is the last week, they had to close their doors. They had to close the doors after over 25 years. I'm talking about since before 2000, these people has been functioning, and they had to close their doors. So we are really in a bad state. And I'm in an industry where you hear companies suing companies, companies owing companies money, government owing companies money, and the whole thing. It real bad. It real bad. People doesn't even have a clue. I think that when the administration, once the UNC get into office, I think within less than a year they have to file for bankruptcy. They have to file for bankruptcy because it is the only way we are going to get international help. What I really want to talk about, I will listen off here. I'll call back in the next hour or so.
Right, yeah, man. Thanks so much. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Love in the house.
Love in the house. What's going on?
I'm happy.
Hey, what's up, Love in the house?
Yeah, that's cool. Love in the house, TC. Trinidad and Tobago and US of the world. TC.
Yeah, man.
If I was not educated fella, I would have called in and say, well, TC don't talk. I have nothing to say again because here I'm telling you, my brother, you prove you're an educated man. You might be a well-schooled person, you know, like all the degrees and all them things, you know. Is the difference? Yeah, is an educated man. And you're talking to educated people. And it's really scary how you're saying it, and might be worse than how you're saying it and all. People don't have a clue. I'm always saying this is not a TV show, you know. This happening all over the world. It had these people were creating hardship. Watch now, they see what's going on all over the world. This is the perfect recipe for it. And when I come and see, now I show all of them willing to comply, all of them in full support of wherever Dr. Rowley and the posse say. I'm talking about all the ministers, you know, president, everybody, commissioner, police, from after what they do day. The DPP proved themselves. They proved themselves to be in full support, however Dr. Rowley and the posse say or do. Because, look at this. Who gave them the okay for them to get the okay to go and arrest the commissioner? That had to come from the DPP, you know. If they say no arrest, it's no arrest, you know. Nah, nothing. And okay, no, you're legacy for nothing. So where did it see in the first place? But look, we have a matter now where we reach Privy Council where the people out there and all seeing him, but supposed to be under arrest. How come all they seeing nothing? This is what I'm talking about here. Watch how simple this is, you know. The DPP, for them to go and arrest that woman is some kind of tricks. Look at this. And all these people coming, the commissioner and them coming with big press conference today. Me don't want to hear all that. All you done willing to comply with the man. We don't see that happening. Or they see the children out here. What? It's not no children out here, but we see that and all they coming and talking about how much raid all you make in the SOE. Where SOE, you lie. Dr. Rowley say, oh, let us close up the police station and take off the light. Let me know if he lie. Why are you afraid to do that? Why are you afraid to do that? That is something all they install real fears in the elders and things are wrong, you know. Them don't play in your house again, you know. Because they say no police don't be outside. The Prime Minister, a big press conference for that. How the DPP all that? Oh, nobody. All they come on, Trinidad and Tobago, listen what TC say. This is a serious thing, brother. This is not a TV show. These people ain't stopping at nothing, you know, because remember, them get them do the thing bold-faced, and the people who behind them here now, the UNC, them sure these people ain't going to use them up. I telling you, I sure that ain't going to happen. Anytime the UNC get in power, so these people doing anything I telling you, if that a bully the way in, just so I telling all you know, it's just going to happen here, you know. Them are too much at risk, and it's too much at them. Dr. Rowley's not no Prime Minister, all in seeing that. For the longest while, we can't have a Prime Minister like that. We can't have a Prime Minister like that, TC. I lying, you make me feel good today. And I wish it are real you thinking about all it, thinking about what you said, just like how you thinking about it, because it's real. This is not no TV show. This is reality, and we victims of the system. And you TC say, who could afford to run, go run? All them tanty and them who saying PNM till the day, them go realize what's going on too late. This is what has happened all over the world. It's happening up to today. Yellow is the code. Whole East-West corridor, yellow is the code to save all itself. This is not a battle between PNM and UNC. This is a battle between the wise and the foolish. It's who wise and who foolish, we all know. At the end of the day, right? Love in the house, straight and balance.
Thanks, brother. Thank you, brother. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, TC and Heavy. Love in the house. Blessed afternoon, my brothers. TC and Heavy, well, you find the real thing to come with this afternoon, because let me tell you something. I spoke in this country about the storage of gas and these diesel. We don't store these things anymore. These PNM people and the PNM wouldn't tell us the danger this country in. Now, you know, you don't see me riding a brand new motorbike. I have no reason why, because our country is going to come in a position one day, not too far from now, that we will barely be able to move all those nice, expensive vehicles, man, blinging and driving and air condition, all of that going and stop just so once we don't move the PNM. The PNM must be removed from office in order to save this country. This is not no walk in the park. This is not no football competition that you go lose a trophy today and you'll get it back the next time around. This is a country will be destroyed. This place will be destroyed if we don't move the PNM. And I want to say good afternoon to all the people in the East-West corridor that using the slogan, yellow is the code, because TC and Heavy, right now I'm calling from the Valencia area. And your radio system inside Valencia is kind of breaking up, but again, they're good in the car. Now, you see these people, you each one tell the next one, our goal is to get Dr. Rowley away from public life in this country, he and the whole cabinet, because remember, when the late Patrick Manning was making certain moves in the country, while I heard you talk about Gladiator just now, when he was making his move to attack the past late Prime Minister Patrick Manning, nobody in this present administration can come up against Dr. Rowley with none of the decisions he made. Everybody was riding with him, so we can't pick none out of the pack. The whole pack had to go. They had to go. There's nothing the PNM could come and tell us. We will not believe them. And that election date will come. the people is going to come out and put back Kamala Prasad-Bissessar to govern this country. And loving the house, I want to tell you something, my brother. Anytime the UNC come back in office, Dr. Rowley, them have to try to find a country that don't have extraditing with this country, this getaway. It was too much corruption. This corruption was blatant, heavy thieving, heavy thieving. We going back to the poll, and we have an auditor general with a complaint with $3.something billion missing, and we still have that government trying to get themselves back into office to do what? To do what to us? I hear you say we buying oil. Well, I see it on the social media. We buying from Jamaica. I have no problem with that. That's a Caribbean country. You understand? But we had all these things for ourselves here. It's because of the UNC came and asked Dr. Rowley in Parliament why you are claiming so much oil have been drilled in this country, and she were a prime minister and it never happened. This is where this thing starts from. PNM people doesn't want to remember that. It's a question coming in the Parliament with the fake oil. Some of these PNM people, when you ask them, you ever hear about the fake oil? They don't even know what is the meaning of fake oil. It was oil and water mixed together and was selling back to the state under Dr. Rowley reign. All I feel is just so we reach this position, and the main player in that, good afternoon to the Senator Robert, the main player in that is he will tell Dr. Rowley he alone not going down. If you do shut it down, all of we had to go down. And that is how we lost with Petrotrin. PNM come up with a whole set of thing about Wakaman making this one, Coffee Man. I was hearing PNM people calling on radio and telling you, but oh, a Waka person getting so much and so much, a woman who making coffee getting so much and so much, but they didn't study the amount of business was running around Petrotrin before you put over 7,000 people on the breadline. That is 7,000 people stop paying NIS money.
Reporter, we have plenty callers on the line, reporter. Let's get somebody else a chance there. There we go. Right?
Outside,
thank you, brother.
Outside.
You can call back in next hour.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Tisty. Good afternoon, Abby. That way we country rich. We reach the dogs.
The dogs is joke.
Good afternoon,
The dogs
Good afternoon,
is
Tisty. Welcome to the UNC family. For this government evil and wicked and atlas, Dr. Rowley and the Minister of Works and Transport went down Miaro and opened half of our jetty down there. And the Minister of Works going on a platform and saying, without oil, it can't happen. They don't go down there and begging for vote and already, you know. How they mash up this country. And last night, I watching the news on my lab. A youth man in my lab, 4 years he spent in my lab. He come out of my lab, he fully qualification, everything, and no way he can go to work in this country. So evil and wicked and hard, that's the PNM. I said I want to go back home, but so them will only take pictures of the ministers and big boys, huh?
Yeah, that's how the thing does go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I love to
Yeah,
understand.
love and respect.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to tell you this, huh? All right? And I've been now as real as I could today, right? When they call and they say if your name had to go on a list, put your name on the list. You need it. You need your name on the list, go and put your name on the list. They call and tell you, hey, it had this hustle here, this thing, and you're going to get through. Go. Because you wasn't getting all the time, and everybody needs the money right now. Do not refuse it.
True.
Do not.
Gentlemen.
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Afternoon. Loving the house, his heart is in the right place and all that. I've put over the years. But he must realize DPP can't arrest anyone. The most they can do when the police gather the evidence and go to them, and if they're strong enough, then they tell the police to go forward and charge the person. DPP can't arrest anyone. What I'm done with the DPP for is when that same Susan Martin, the case was brought against her for knocking down a guy inside a youngster in Sawa. And for some reason or the other, he just dismissed the case. He just didn't follow through with it. That's what I'm annoyed with him for. But this one here, it's not on him. He couldn't go and tell them, go and arrest you. They never arrested her. They just went there with some kind of flimsy stuff, questioning. When she brought in a heavy lawyer, a heavyweight lawyer, they realized that they can't pay the fool anymore. Pamela, then is when they backed off, right? Without charging her. They don't have anything to charge on. Other they would have gone so just fishing, and one must ask oneself, Mr. TC and Heavy, the Deputy Commissioner Martin, she was the same person who went to Barbados and tried to... Yes. These are facts, you know.
I don't wanna defer you from your conversation, but you see that what you're doing there? That is exactly what they want us to do. That is, they want us to talk about this. They want us to, you realize I mean talk about this?
Yeah, we
because this year was to throw us off.
Someone sent her there.
This year was to throw us off this whole thing that happened with the Privy Council, right? And what happened with this whole matter, right? With our finance minister and our
the Auditor General.
Auditor General, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't all what you talking there is the luxury up Thursday and by Saturday she out. How? It make no sense. So I wouldn't talk about that.
They say something bad about Dr. Rowley too, you know. Because Dr. Rowley put her there, you know.
This is not a Dr. Rowley issue. This is a distraction issue. Because nowhere in this, in your entire conversation, I have not heard you mention Dr. Rowley once. You know why? Because this is a whole thing about the deputy, the DPP, the commissioner of police, and and she out now.
But Dr. Rowley put Christopher Harewood there. Dr. Rowley put her there.
You're not understanding what I'm telling you. This is a whole distraction, all right?
We're going to talk about it in the next hour.
We have to go for a break.
Cool.
Thank you. We're not even going to talk about this because that waste of time. They want us, every media house, everything you look at right now is this Erla, right? Erla is not an issue.
They make sure that...
First, they want the story to go on long. Now the dismissal from her thing, after she have no charges. This is just a whole distraction.
Correct.
Right? 3-point-something billion, no?
3-point-some billion missing, and we're talking about Erla and a 2 sniper rifle.
Thank you. When we come back, we'll tell you something.
And boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Are you ready for a musical journey? I love Choca! Retro on Saturday, 15th February, Center of Excellence Car Park. Come here, the biggest artists from then to now, featuring Viking Ding Dong, Young Brother, Trooper T, Lady Lava, RG Band, Rave the Band, Eddie Charles with Traffic, Savita Singh, Shiv Shakti Dance Company, Joshua Rebrello, Iowa George, Big Rich, Vicky Jai, Sunil Ramsundar, Divanan Gatu, Rauti Ramru, Asta Salim, Super Blue, and many more. Tickets only $200. VIP all-inclusive $500. Get them at all Extra Foods outlets, Ramsing's, Factory, Heartland Plaza. Online at islandetickets.com. Bring your coolers. For more info, call 498-1698. The biggest chutney and soca stars in the world will combine on Saturday, 15th February. I love Choca!
Get your flags ready, as the safest event with the most energy in Carnival is the Army Fete Operation Flag Fest, Friday 21st February. Live from the headquarters of Soca, Queens Park, Savannah, welcomes Young Bretta.
She said, take it easy, I will do the work.
Young Bretta.
Are you getting the feeling, baby?
Army Fete Operation Flag Fest welcomes Young Breda. Young Breda.
This is what I next to from. That's why I go with round the block. When we ready for the iron drum.
Tickets available now, exclusively at advertised outlets only. Log on to social media for more info. Keywords, the real Army Vet.
On Tuesday, February 11th, the Calypso Princess, Corinne Ashe, invites you to a Bridgerton affair, the return of the Phoenix. Following the rebirth, she's back to honor culture and heritage with elegance, style, and passion. It's a celebration of reinvention and restoration because Calypso must live on. Live on. Join us for an unforgettable night of entertainment, blending new school and old school vibes, Calypso and Soca at Napa Lord Kitchener's Auditorium at 7 p.m. Featuring guest performances by The Baron, Mikel Tasia, Gypsy, Ding Dong, Laxi, Young Breda, Johnny King, Devon Seal, Dwayne and Tizay O'Connor, and Waddix. Get tickets now before they're all sold out at $200 general and $300 VIP at islandetickets.com. Crosby St. James, Michelle Zarima, and all Tuco offices. Don't miss the return of the Phoenix. Corinne Ashe, a Bridgerton affair. Live at Napa. Tuesday, February 11th at 7 p.m. Don't miss it.
Antigua, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, St. Kitts and the Nevis, Caracou, Aruba, Haiti, British Virgin Islands, Dominica, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. One Caribbean festival. One Caribbean festival. Friday the 28th of February. It's One Caribbean festival. Yes, One Caribbean festival. One Caribbean festival. On Friday the 28th of February is One Caribbean Festival.
KMC, where them love every letter. Nobody does it better. Oh?
The whole Caribbean unite as one under one big festival. Fabulous Friday!
Oh?
Sure!
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m., where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-4464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Tuco presents the Kaiso Dynasty, a new global experience of Calypso music. Radisson Hotel, Wrightson Road, with a dynamic collection of stars featuring G.I., Gypsy, the Calypso Princess, Corinne Ashe, Brother Easy, Reese and Nell, Mark Pear, Dakota Francis, Ricky Jai, Poser, Tazea O'Connor, Tara Lawrence, Sister Ava, Young Poser, Treldon Lean, MCs Errol Fabian, Alan the Entertainer, and Pell. Backed by Kern Somerville and the Sensational Band. Chorus by the Kaiso Dynasty Divas. Opening night, Thursday, 13 February. Showtime, 8 p.m. Tickets, $200. 2-for-1 special, $300 and $350 special reserve. Tickets available on islandetickets.com, Tuco's head office in Woodbrook, and at the Radisson box office. Purchase your tickets at Crosby St. James, Simon's Musical Supplies, WAC Radio, Tuco's head office, all Tuco zonal zones, and selected Better Deal supermarkets. D Kaiso Dynasty, formerly Kaiso House, presented by Tuco. D Kaiso Dynasty, the new global experience where calypso and culture come alive.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Good afternoon, TCNR and Heavy around West here. Thursday or Friday, when the news break with the Commissioner of Police, when she get locked up, Philip Alexander put a post, and I comment under, she will take a hit for the team, a loss for the team, and then in 1 week time, they will release her with no charges, no drop charges, and after that, she will come back now with her lawyer and sue the state, and they will get taxpayers' money free. Said on Saturday, they'll let she go. Charges drop.
Good afternoon, TC and Heavy. TC, all what you saying there, I wanted was to call and talk about this because I am all mad right now to hear we producing oil. And you see what Jamaica is saying right now, they're buying we oil and refining it, and we had to buy it back. In the first place, they're saying we country have no money, right? So where we getting money now to buy oil? Right? It's too much of lies going on in this place here, and I'm fed up, but trust me, PNM can't get my vote, and all the PNM callers all this evening, all are gone. TC and Heavy, You see, all this what going on right now is a set of distraction for what is to come ahead, right? And I know it's famine going and come. So we had to prepare from now, you know. All you take my word for it, you know, is famine, you know. All you think COVID was worse? Watch and you go see people go start to break in one another house to thief gas tank and groceries. I go on all you.
Good day, Heavy and TC again. Good day, Trinidad and Tobago. Let us not be distracted from the main issues of what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Ola and the two sniper rifle, them is non-issues right now. Them is what we call red herring. Them is distraction. What about the $3.5 billion, Mr. Minister of Finance? What about the $92 billion in debt, Mr. Minister of Finance? What about those things? What about the crime rate, the Duncy head and the Minister of National Security, right? And I hear they had big party, big farewell for the outgoing Prime Minister. What does he has done? He sent this country into the trenches, digging a hole. I know they're doing it. We now Heavy and TC. They're throwing dirt on top of we now. First we dotish in this country. But I want us to not be distracted. Let us not sideway. Let us stay focused. PNM is a disease. PNM have to go. PNM have to go. Promises never materialize. That is what PNM stands for. PNM is a disease. According to KFC, fire burn this wicked, evil, heartless PNM government. They have to go. Thank you.
Good evening, TC and Heavy. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening to everyone who's on the line. TC and Heavy, hear this now. Remember Petrocarib? Well, remember Petrocarib? Well, that oil refinery in Jamaica, right? You know who that belongs to? As far as I know, as far as I understand, the man next door, the man who lose election and sworn and gets sworn as a president. You understand? So when you think, this whole thing is really a serious mafia, you know. But this bald-headed, evil, wicked prime minister, the man has ruined the country, robbed the unborn. Generations to come have to pay a bill, right? That this man incurred on the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago after he made $10.5 billion, and not to mention his Heritage and Stabilization Fund, right? And then he made another $500 million in excess liquidity and things like that, all right? You ain't hear nothing about that. Not to mention all the recusals. And these people are then trying to get away card and get away card out of jail. Boy, I don't know about this place going mad. I saw it for Trinidad and Tobago, you know. And for the youths and them, you know. Anyway, look, I go on, yes, God bless.
Hello, TC and Heavy. This is Juice. Well, TC, welcome to the UNC. And
nobody don't welcome me now.
As the
this is a very serious thing.
PNM nothing. Yellow is the code. And it's that.
Don't welcome me, no.
That's one. The second thing I want to talk about is that we in a crisis, right?
Welcome.
You all reveal that is 141 billion TT that we in debt, right? And when you convert that is just around just over 20 billion US. And we only have 5 billion in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Only remember when they was running out Jack Warner for the people US money. Okay then. There are two people that are about to get confirmed in the US. Pam Bondi as the US Attorney General and Kash Patel, right, the FBI as the FBI director. Now, let's see. Let's just watch the movie, okay? You'll have a pleasant day, gentlemen.
So, to say before we go into anything yet,
yeah,
I just want to say something. right? And I will need Trinidad and Tobago to hear this here this evening, right? You must be able to discern and realize when you are being distracted, right? Last week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, we came and we played a video that was circulating all over social media with the Privy Council, right? Where they threw out the case where the state was trying to do an investigation against the Auditor General. And based on what they said in that hearing in the Privy Council, they are implying and suggesting and even telling us that we're supposed to be investigating the Minister of Finance, right? And we're also supposed to be investigating the almost $3 billion that cannot be found, that they went to trial for in the first place with the Auditor General show that 2.6 billion plus 90-something million missing. We in Trinidad and Tobago are too easily distracted. Now hear me out here. After we spoke about that on that particular day, what you think happened? They realized they need to come up with something quick. Because even the case with the Auditor General was a distraction. Or think about it, you know. Because the Privy Council is stating it's pure bias that the Auditor General
is being investigated.
Yeah. And the reason why she's being investigated is to make her look like she's the one that is wrong.
Yeah. They even said that it was showing bias.
It was showing bias.
They said it.
Right? They push the narrative against the Auditor General actions. When in all and all, she was just doing her job.
Thank you.
Her job is to audit. And if the numbers are not adding up, if the maths is not mathsing, and the money is missing $2.6+ billion not accounted for, she have to highlight that.
That's her job.
That's her job. And she's protected under a clause in the Constitution as an independent Auditor General that not supposed to be biased or be, how you put it, affiliated to no political party or no politician. So the mere fact that the Finance Minister had the goals to get a committee to investigate her, it's like a big distraction. So everybody not focuses on him, who the focus supposed to really be on, and start to focus on her. And the Privy Council realized that. That's why they said the person who's supposed to be investigated here is the Finance Minister, who is called a member. When that happened, the very next day, no, they went and locked up the head of the SSA, the man who was suspended. Now let me tell you how stupid this is. This whole matter took place sometime September, October last year. Where the SSA, with the man in the church, and they went and they say he had guns and all kind of thing, and they suspend the SSA, and they sub the SSA, and they suspend the head of the SSA. Remember that, you see? That whole matter took place then, you know. Right? They came up and concoct a story. Well, I can't say concoct a story. This whole illusion, whereby they went back now, the man on suspension, the man home, they went and hold he just so. Bring it in, right? And then went for Erla. Throw Erla under the bus. Make a big media frenzy. Had the whole country talking about, oh, the lock up the commissioner of police. The very next day, TC, the very next day, they went and hold Three people that went and hold. But they went for 3, but they get 2. And the next day, the next man gave up himself. They went and hold the
man wasn't even, he wasn't even wanted.
He wasn't even wanted.
They just spread a whole set of propaganda out there. They just put things out there for the media. They put things out there for the media to feed off of. The man showed up with Umlala.
Yeah.
And they didn't even want he wasn't even...
Okay. And then they went and lock up the man from the defense force. They went and hold he too.
All of this was just distractions from 3-point-something billion. Let me ask you something here. We had a conversation on Saturday.
On Saturday, yeah.
Right? And somebody told us, if you have...
No. First thing first, they say, we don't think the people
don't know
realize how much $3 billion is.
$3 billion is.
Right? Let me explain earlier. Let me tell you how much $3 billion is, eh? And this is what the person tells us. If you take $1,000...
we're going to take 4 calls on that. We're taking 4 calls on this.
Yeah.
If you take
$1,000
and just throw it out your window.
Every day.
Every day. Every day.
Every day. Taking $1,000.
Approximately how long you think it will take you, right, to throw $3 billion out the window? I'm going to ask the question again. If you are throwing, just taking $1,000 and throwing it out your window.
You just throw it away, out the window. Throw
it away. You don't care where it fall. You don't care who take it up. You just throw it away.
You just throw it
Every
away.
morning you get up and throw $1,000 out the window. How long would you do you think it will take you to throw $3 billion out the window? I'm taking 4 calls on this, and then I will take the regular calls after. Let me start with Tallman. Tallman. Tallman.
I hear the question.
Right.
Boy.
Approximately how long? And we answer and call back after, because just make a guess.
Make a guess and call back after.
But you might dead 80 years and still throwing that money out.
How much? 80 years?
80 years, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. All right. About 80 years. Tallman, we're going to take a call again after. Don't worry. Chris.
Yeah, veteran.
About how much years do you think it will take to throw $3 billion out the window?
If you're throwing $1,000 a day.
$1,000 a day, every day out the window. About approximately how much?
When you start throwing it a day and you die, you gotta get somebody to continue throwing, and when them die, somebody else will continue the trade.
Just give me about how much years. Just give me about how much years.
I guess. Yes.
Let me say the same 80 what old man say, yes?
80?
Because I don't know much, but
all right.
Yeah, I'll say the same 80, 90, yeah.
All right. Thanks. I'll be taking 4 calls on this. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, FE.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, TC.
Approximately how much years?
Over 100 million years.
Over 100 million years?
100 million years.
All right,
That's
thanks.
Right. And could be more.
Thanks. We just
answer the question and we will take a call after.
And we will take your calls after.
You could talk after.
Approximately how much years?
Heavy and TC?
Yes.
1.1 million years.
All right,
nice to be accurate.
Thanks. What's that? Are we taking the call? Yeah, caller.
About 3,000 years.
About 3,000 years. Thanks very much.
All right.
All right. I'm taking one more heavy then one more. Yeah. Caller hang up. Oh, look at the call there. Let me take this one more. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. TC, it will take at least 300 years.
300
for that kind of money to finish.
All right,
cool.
Thanks.
Okay.
Nobody got it right.
Nobody got it right.
Right?
Let me tell you something, right?
Tell them the amount.
Jesus died 2,000 years ago, approximately 2,000 years ago. Jesus died on the cross first, right?
Right.
It will take you over 8,000 years to throw $1,000 through the window every day. It will take you 8,000 years before you reach 3 billion.
8,000.
8,000 years.
Think about what we're telling you there.
Right? 8,000 plus.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Think about this, eh?
And
So you
throwing
throwing $1,000 a day out your window
every day.
Every day. Jesus could come 4 times.
4 times.
4 times.
Right now, we know they keep saying after 200 years, Jesus is coming very soon.
Right? Jesus could come 4 times, and you still throwing $1,000 out the window before you could throw that $3 billion out the window.
We leave from having no TV, no technology, to a technical age, to a robot age, to everything that happens now, to AI, to cell phone. All these things happen from Jesus' days, from wood slippers.
That was only 2,000 years.
From 2,000 years.
2,000 years ago.
And he ain't throw out $3 billion yet.
He ain't throw out $3 billion yet. And he throw out $1,000 a day. That just show how much money
generations go on, and that $3,000 billion ain't throw out your window yet. If you're throwing out $1,000 every day.
Yeah.
That's just to show you.
Yeah.
That is why you see we don't understand economics.
No, we don't understand economics.
We don't understand waste.
And we don't know how much is $1 billion.
We don't even know how much is $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
So when we hear this money missing,
we
easily fool and
distracted. Easily fool and distracted.
But they know, to the business people who know about money.
Yeah.
And to the opposition who knows about how much money that is and how much that could do to the country. They know they had to come up with a distraction. Yeah. And it had to be real good.
It's gotta be real good.
A political scheme that will throw off the whole country.
Yeah, the whole country. The whole country get thrown off for that earlier Christopher Gellock.
And it worked.
And it worked.
All you're so stupid.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
And all you do is lock she up for 2 days and let she go.
And let she go.
Yeah. And it worked.
And it worked.
And everybody forget about Colin Membert and that $3 billion when the Privy Council say, go and investigate him.
I will take some calls now because I see there's a lot of calls on the line. So here what? We're going to open the phone lines now and take the regular calls from everybody. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, let me give a quick 2 cents on this Colin Membert thing, because some people who talking on behalf of the PNM feel like we dotish, right? Yes, it have some persons who jump in the gun and claiming who is guilty before the fact, but the law lords didn't say anyone was guilty, you know. They said if this is really fair and the government genuinely wants to understand what take place, there are 2 parties involved. The investigation ought to involve both parties, not single out the Auditor General to deflect the blame. That is the words they use, to deflect the blame from the minister. Because how will we know if the minister is culpable or not when it seems that the government have no intention of putting him under investigation? After we spend all that money to go quite up to the Privy Council, trying to run down the Auditor General. And as they clearly state, the woman work is maths, her work is doing maths, not to help the government. Mr. Embert took the unprecedented act to call the woman on her private cell phone. On her private cell phone, she don't even know how he get the number.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay. Because what? It's happening under the PNM. It's happening under the PNM. So the talk shows and them will just come and brush it over, trivialize it.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about that. But you will talk about Kamala for 10 years. 10 years you're talking about Kamala. If you bounce it, oh gosh, Kamala. Boy, as they say, I hear somebody talking about the comparing politics in America to politics here and say, persons might make the same mistake and think. It's not that, When the choices that up in your face, right, is what it is. Persons couldn't take all the letters being taken from the alphabet anymore and going across to the rainbow.
Yeah.
And as bad as Donald Trump is, he deal with that problem for them. So they have a different problem to deal with. And that is what very well might happen in Trinidad and Tobago. As bad as the opposition is and not prepared, they very well might win because I am not voting and plenty people are not voting. You understand? So let PNM sit down there and skin the behind.
Chris, I begging you today to go and vote, boy. Chris, I'm begging you. Chris, we don't understand this financial. Chris, I sit down in a meeting today. And if I could have tell Trinidad, if I could have really tell Ole what really going on,
yeah.
Chris, Ole hold Ole and run to the poll. Chris, I begging you today, brother. I am not asking you. Me and you, there's always thing, and I just always tell you have a choice, whoever you choose. But I begging you today to go and put your ex next to the UNC, Dread. I begging you today, Dread. If I could have
if
only
you say that,
Chris, if I could have tell you what really going on with the money in this country, I can't say it because of two reasons. Because I'll bring my job.
Beyond whatever you like Kamlan, the UNC
beyond that,
Chris,
I swear to God.
It has to do with your children, future, and all kind of thing, Chris. I know I'm telling you.
I begging you. Don't tell me you're not going on vote, brother. That ain't going on help.
Because, as I said, I ain't past the point of going out there and voting for spite, you know, because of Dr. Rowley and them blatant. What I'm saying now, I ain't past the point of going out and vote for the UNC. You hear me?
Yeah.
I say I haven't passed the point yet. Right now, the place where I'm not voting, but I haven't passed the point of going and vote for spite against the PNM. Right?
Go and vote for spite.
What Dr. Rowley and them is doing is spiteful.
Go and vote for spite.
That is what they will drive persons to do.
Go and vote.
You see like how we have a difference in opinion, but all it is allow me to talk. You cannot get that on PNM talk show from PNM talk shows on this station. You cannot get that opportunity. Only when you're talking along the lines or you're singing foolish and they want to make us continue go ahead and sound foolish, they would not interrupt you. But as you're talking sense, no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. I'm always interrupting your contribution. Look how long it is give me to talk.
Yeah.
And I don't support Kamlan, all you know that.
Yeah. All right, now you have to bring it to me, right? Now all the lines blazing.
All the lines blazing.
It don't know.
All right, yeah, man, love and respect, right? Caller, good afternoon.
Caller?
Yeah, good afternoon. It's TC and every good afternoon. You hear me?
Yeah, you have to make it a little short to the reporter. We have plenty callers on the line, eh?
I go in short at it. Now, providing I want to plead and beg to the attorney of the top couple lady. I want to beg for her to all pardon the people of Trinidad and Tobago and show that let me just get a matter done because I real money. We going and tell behind you because the population don't try that matter already. If there's a real treaty, I beg and plead with the both of you all. Forgive and forget and let me just move forward and deal with this thing with Mr. Inbird. This is liquid cash, and he coming for more power. And not he alone, his whole entity. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Hello, good evening, TC and Heavy.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, good evening, Juice.
Good evening. TC, don't take a horrors. I mean, I only say that because, I mean, I'm just kind of glad you came out and said, because even I'm not a UNC support, I'm UNC member, but I'm a supporter, right? And, right, so I just, guys, what I say that for?
Yeah.
The question I want all is, right? Now we know all which is we know, right? The question is, who looking at these people? Yeah, you all can answer that for me?
Who what?
Hold on, Juice, you jumping the gun. You know we had to find out?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we had to find out.
Yeah.
We had to find out where the $3 billion gone. Where is that? What we had to find out. We had to find out where that money is. Who have it in which bank? Which part it hide up? How it come out? Are we money? How we purse and it disappear? Where gone? That's what we want to know first. And then when we have to, and the finance minister had to answer that question. And when he answer that question, then we could try to decide who locking him up, because he had to get locked up.
The same people who write the document to lock up the could lock him up.
Heavy NTC. Reason why I say that, because the thing in Trinidad very stitched up, right? And it will take people from on the outside to deal with these people. And no one telling all you.
Juice, before we start to lock up, it has to lead to an investigation. There's no investigation pending, right? And when we realize in this country how the place like a kangaroo court, the DPP launched an investigation, the Commissioner of Police launched an investigation, the Fourth Squad launched an investigation. They had to bring in people from Scotland Yard to come here to do the investigation. Because how can an Auditor General report say $3 billion is missing, unaccounted for, and you take the Auditor General to court? In which country that has happened? Only in Trinidad.
Because Trinidad are replaced.
Correct. Right?
And what I'm saying is, right, in order for we to do all these things, certain things need to happen first. Even if we cannot do the investigation, yeah, certain people need to move certain people.
Well, we can't move certain people until we get rid of the government.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, yeah. No, I mean, I'm not joking on that. I say it as if, you know, we already passed that stage because we already know that the government needs to go, right? The government needs to go, and that's a one conclusion, right?
All
so
right.
What I'm saying is, after we do that, what is the next step?
All right, Juice and Heavy, let's take another call because we have a lot of calls on. And, right? We have too much calls on the line to be debating where this is going right now. We want to hear what the people have to say because we don't want to be distracted by these kind of things when what is facing her is a catastrophe. Hi, good afternoon. Good evening, sorry, good evening.
Yeah, but I hear how silly this thing is, Heavy. Heavy, you have a company, right? And you realize you're missing money, right? And you hire TC to come and do an audit on your company. And when TC come and tell you you're missing $1 million, you want to lock up TC. And TC never signed no check and never was doing any delivery and any order and any goods.
Yeah.
How mad that could be, boy?
That could never make no sense.
And 10 years you lost in money, right? Heavy, and when you realize that, only 2 months you hire a TC to do the audit on your company and TC come and tell you the money missing and the mad thing, Heavy. You see that billions of dollars were missing? You were so right that there's a cover up when they lock up this woman. And when they're showing you, right, what a strong message you send TC. You can't investigate who? The 1%. Or else what will go on? They throw you under the bus. They're sending a strong message there, TC. Thank you, brother. Bless. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Caller, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, TC and Heavy.
Hey, good evening.
I just want to find out if you all can share some information. Concerning this matter with the Attorney General that went to the Privy Council was a matter that, again, I read feedback going.
Go ahead, you go ahead, we hear you.
It was a matter that the President in both take the appeal the matter, right? And that is the matter concerning that the investigation of the Auditor General. But the other matter, I think, is pending from May, right? You all can clarify what that matter is all about. That is concerning the information will come out from the Auditor General concerning the 2.5 or the 3.6 billion dollars missing. I just want to find out that information. The matter what was supposed to hear in May. What is it? What is entitled? What is it? What are the details of it?
All right, I'm going to get that information for you and we'll come back to the show and tell you. Right?
Thanks so much for
Thank you, brother.
Right.
Caller, good afternoon. Good evening, welcome.
Good afternoon, Henry. Good afternoon, TC.
Hi, good evening.
By the greatest history, short and sweet. A prime minister of a country for 10 years resigning. But he ain't telling you under what grounds, if it's health, if it's what, he resigning. And passing it over to the man who he trained. And all you're telling me, we is not the greatest country in the world. That is one. Two, in both not supposed to be in office. And I want to say number three by closing. What they're trying to do before election is to say we hold the commissioner we hold this one and we hold that one because under the what they call it, this state of emergency, we looking to hold white-collar crime people too. That's what they're looking to do, you know. Because the man they went with Umbrella. All of them know, boy. Everybody know what's going on in this country, boy. And let me tell all you something heavy and tasty. Every day this government stay in office is a day longer for destruction because the people supposed to be coming out, boy. The people supposed to be rising. These things don't, no part of the world. You ever hear Prime Minister resigning and passing over the baton to his partner? Well, you feel it's a relay or what? But let me tell all you something, man. It's the most set of dotish people. Like, they really say aliens coming down is aliens. And every time I hear a PNM person talk and strengthen and support this government, I realize that it's an alien. Them and people living here, them and know what's going on. People really and watching what's going on, boy, with the poverty and the different thing in this country. I find we should have a kind of, what they call a vigilante thing to lock up in both of them, boy. I gone.
Thanks so much for your call.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon to you, TC, and good afternoon to you, Heavy.
Good afternoon, Kunji.
Wow. It's a bumper program. But let me tell you something. No way in any country a junior officer just lock up the commissioner of police, charge the commissioner of police, and 3 days after they had no evidence and let she go. No way that has happened. No way. And let me tell you something too. No, June, that come from the head of National Security Council. Because the head of National Security Council must know that they're going to arrest the commissioner of police. Yeah. People saying, oh, is the police service commission? No, neither the police service commission. The police service commission never point us Ola. It's Keith Rowley, the prime minister. What appoint Ola? And Sir John Hines, probably Stuart Young too. Had nothing to do with the police. The people them who the police service commission appoint, they never choose them. They use the veto and they never choose them. Now look what they put the lady in. Look what they put the lady in. You lock up a commissioner of police with no evidence, charge she, and 3 days after you find no evidence. But that $3 billion, what the Auditor General speaking about, and Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young and Colin Imbut and them trying to keep a blind eye with all kind of detraction. I ask myself, that is 1 year. That is 1 year in 2023, 2024.
Imagine what the all the rest of years. Yeah.
What about all the rest of years? When he was jamming property tax and jamming gas price and we Colin Imbut, Dr. Rowley. I thought you was a sincere man. Let me tell you something. No sincere woman will be with a man who abused the citizen of this country. Nobody, Dr. Rowley. You abuse us. You betray us. You victimize us for giving you and your whole family, your wife, your children, everybody get opportunity 10 times more. And for that, you abuse we. Nobody does do that. People who get an opportunity, they applaud the citizens, give them opportunity, and treat them the way you're supposed to treat your wife and your children. You're supposed to treat we 10 times better. You treat the Indian community 10 times better. You treat the Syrian community 10 times better. You treat the Chinese community 10 times better. And then you take we money, you take we blasted money. $1 million you want every year. $1 million you want every year. You leave the country right down. The economy falling. The worst road, the worst energy sector. And then after you say you're going to resign, you leave the country under turmoil. Whilst we are the highest murders in the country, and you tap yourself on the shoulder and say you try your best. You didn't try your blasted best. You thief out with money. You thief out with money to your friends and your family. Today, children living a happy life. You buy about 5 houses in 10 years' time.
All right, Kunji, come in for
5 houses
landing.
in 10 years' time. Thank you. You have a whole hospital in Florida.
All right, Kunji. Thanks so much.
Yeah, plenty callers, Kunji.
Plenty callers, plenty voice notes. So we want to take as much as possible. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
TC, have you wrong with you?
Yeah, man, what's up?
You find out the answer? With 3 billion, 1,000 a day?
Yeah, 800 years.
8,000.
8,000 years, sorry. 8,000 years.
8,219.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you did the maths.
Yeah.
8,000, but it's just over 8,000 though. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much.
All right.
Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, TC and Heavy. Yeah, now. Who should be responsible for investigating the finance minister?
Who should be responsible?
Which department?
The police service.
Right. How do we know that the wheels of the police service had started turning? Why it is they come and play this nasty trump card? Now, let me say this, right? The views of the caller is not necessarily the views of the radio station. I'm saying this to say that Madam Martin was charged for knocking down a boy on the bus route. But for some, allegedly, for some mysterious reason, a magic wand was raised and the charges were dropped. Is it a favor for a favor? I'm asking questions. Is it because the wheels of the police service has been turned in on a particular minister that the rug was being pulled under earlier? Just questions that I'm asking because I saw a photograph with her and she looked pretty frightened. That look like somebody that is scared out of she boots. I just asked the question because it's ironic to see that right after we all know the report from the Privy Council, a day after she get locked up. So who is to know that the wheels of justice start turning? So we say, yeah, what's going on? You see, we had a trump card in the hole and we hit she that one time. Food for thought, fellas. I will listen off here.
Thanks so much for your call. Caller, good evening.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Heavy. Good afternoon, TC. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Heavy and TC and Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to say good afternoon to Keith Christopher Rowley. Keith Christopher Rowley came and told Trinidad and Tobago a little over 10 years ago that when we put him there, he's going to lock people up for corruption. He's going to put them in jail. And all the supporters of them laugh out and about jail them. They still jail them. I want to say, the only person I see Dr. Rowley jail was Marlene McDonald, PNM, Police Commissioner, PNM. Keith Christopher Rowley, how it was so fast for you to bring charge and do all of that to the Police Commissioner. But 10 years into 11 years, you promised us, the citizens, that the UNC chief and the UNC going to make jail. You're going to jail them. And when you go in there, you tell your supporters that you don't lock up nobody. But how PNM people getting locked up? How? So Keith Christopher Rowley, you really tricked me. That's all I'm saying. I know you sit down wherever you sit down in your big mansion with all the money, with a smile on your face.
Brooklyn.
I'm telling you that you're fool me.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I want to ask you on national radio. If I make my way to the States, I could I could stay in your basement for just about 2 months until I catch myself.
Man,
just in your basement.
Here,
just in your basement until I catch myself as a fighter. So I know in 2 months' time, I will make it out of your basement.
Well, you ain't have no problem. My basement have a whole gym set down there. It have a whole...
I will sleep on a chair if I have to.
It's really not chair.
Maybe I really will leave this place.
The couches are bed. So you could even pull that out and sleep. My basement are entertainment. When you come there, you go get muscles. You turn a strong man because you go be exercising too.
Brooklyn, TC serious, eh?
House in New Jersey.
You feel as kicked.
Brooklyn, TC serious. TC dead serious.
But you have no problem. If Trinidad Killer could come and stay in a basement here, look, Trinidad Killer, big entertainer. Come and stay in a basement. And now, he has no shame. He said, look, say what they want. My basement, and me feeling nice.
I will find my way in America. Watch and see. I will find my way out of here.
And then from, TC, here what happening? From the basement, you will grow. You will get your 1 bedroom, or you might end up buying your house, or whatever the case is. You might get faster here than in Trinidad under PNM.
I go and talk to Trump.
Rowley, you trick me, Rowley, you trick me.
Yeah.
Nobody in the UNC make a jail, but PNM people making jail left, right, and center, and you choosing them. You try to lock up Gary and all, but Gary's smart. But you catch Ola Christopher. That woman, heavy before I go, TC before I go, that woman looked like if she was going mad when the lawyer was talking.
Yeah,
that woman
started
like
cry.
she wanted to spit out all the... No, because she know what's going on. But if she talk, they will kill she. They will take she out politically, like how Rowley say. But she wanted to... That woman, like you could see, she want to speak, but the lawyer tells she don't say nothing. Because anything you say, they could make it worse. You see, it's a serious thing going on and people don't know. That woman innocent, boy. I watch that woman. You can see that woman. She didn't look like herself. And she want to speak the truth and she can't speak the truth. PNM, all your dirty linen go come out. Watch and see something. Rowley will face just how she feel. You go feel 10 times worse than that, Rowley. Your time coming.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening, fellas, and everybody who in the listening public, right? I just, this is Ravi Ramdini. I just have a couple comments to make and a couple questions to ask, but you don't really have to answer it, right?
Go right ahead.
So my thing is this, right? Is the mainstream media called the last pillar of democracy, right? There are people like me, TC, Heavy, and Heavy know the kind of work that we have been doing together in the past. Edward Moody, Vicky Rampasar, and more on social media doing social and political activism and journalism. And a guy called a while ago and he said he not voting. Well, if it is he not voting, remember what happened in 2020 with the pandemic and a lot of people was afraid to go to vote, right? So I hope you remember that and the PNM came back in power. Then you have to ask the question, who selects the commissioner of police? And who selects who is the prime minister? And you have to ask again, how much ministers were taken out from ministries and where they're going? And how much shifted from one ministry to the next and why? Then we now dealing with this earlier distraction. Now they say she get fired. You have to wonder about gratuity, pension, and if she will turn around and sue the government. Who will investigate Imbert? Imbert is already investigating himself, and I want to let that sink in to a lot of people's minds. Who is supposed to keep the reigning government of the day in check? Not the opposition, but the thing about it is that what I'm thinking, if the opposition is supposed to be keeping them in check, where their voice is the mainstream media could make here and they could break here. So that is something you have to look at. Further to add to that, do you think that, does anybody think that the opposition is ready to get up and clean this mess that the PNM has put the entire country in for generations and generations to come? Thanks very much.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Evie. Good afternoon, TC. I was a call back when I hear it's Tallman. What called before Brooklyn Day, TC?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, Tallman, go to the head of the class. We had a strike nail on the head, brother. Food for thought. We had a strike nail on the head, Tallman. Thank you, brother. To analyze it how the way it's supposed to be. Because the commissioner of police is one of the highest office that have, boy. You can't just go around now, woman, just so without evidence and say, well, there are no charges again. What investigation was doing then? Then it's allegation. If no charges can come, why you went wrong with the woman? No, boy. Food for thought, boy. Tall man, go to the head of the class, boy. We need callers like you, boy, to think direct positive, boy. Thanks. Bless you.
Blessings, man. Respect. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
I think the assistant commissioner wants her position and she set up.
Revenue House. This heavy and TC already know what's going on there. That's the same thing I was saying. The same way how they could go and arrest the commissioner and then had nothing that I had to let she go. The incident with the finance minister and the auditor general, it have more substantial evidence, more than enough, where they could go and arrest because something happened, money missing under he watch. Money missing under he watch, so he have to give account because money missing. Plus how we deal with it, he had to answer for that too. How come they ain't seeing it fit to go and make an arrest day? That is why I telling all of them, commissioner police, the DPP, everybody, they're willing to comply with whatever Dr. Rowley and the posse say they're in full support, because they're not to say they're in the next country and they know what's going on. They sit down right here for 9 years and they know what's going on and they're silent. We don't know all in full support. I don't want to hear none of them. None of them, I tell you. It could be commissioner, police, this one, that one, president, all of them. I don't want to hear none of them. Them sit down there, them was willing to comply. Don't care how long it takes and don't care what it takes. Don't care who could suffer, who live, who dead. Them was willing to comply. I don't want to hear them. When Kamala come in power, she just had to get rid of all of them. All. And just pal each and them come in wanted to ask some questions to answer, I know that. But get rid of all of them, nobody will vex, get rid of all of them, because at the end of the day, they deal with brutal. I never hear, since them in power, none of the ministers in the parliament agitating for nothing. I has always said that, nothing for the community and the constituency, boy. It's over $500 billion them spend there, by all there. Over half, by people know is that. How come that get spent and we're not comfortable, we're not happy? The only thing you do with that money is keep it way out of the reach of the people who need it and all there. Yellow is the code, straight up.
That's where we say thank you so much for enjoying the program this afternoon.
Yep.
All right, see you guys tomorrow. Remember, we're running from 5 o'clock.
From 5 o'clock.
Allowing Big Mike's and them to do the music.
Yeah.
And we would come in and do the talk part of everything, all right?
Yep.
So lock on with us. Heavy Duty and TC, the future of talk. All right, and we want to say love and respect going out to Mike's every day. All right? Keep it safe, TNT, until tomorrow. Future of talk is out. Heavy Duty and TC, we gone.
Yep.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street.